again, Susanna here with little Finnegan. See, little Finny pants. Where'd you go, buddy? And Brew. Brew's chasing bugs and chasing Riley Cat. So, again, we're working with Rebecca Campbell, the Starseed Oracle. Boxy. So those that have read my book, or I've probably talked about her on other videos. One of my mentors, Judy Whitewolf, she got me. She's taught me and trained me on the understanding of the starseeds and sort of what that means. Maybe one day I'll do a video on that, or my interpretation of. It's not necessarily from other planets or aliens or whatever, like a lot of people think, but it's more our spark. For me, it's the spark of our Creator. Sorry, it's a plane landing time. It's that time of day I'm right in the path. At least they're not as low as they have been. So anyway. So next card, Activated Earth. Power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. Ooh, this is good. Oops. Trust where you're led. That's kind of cool. Yes. So, and that's interesting because I was talking to a friend who's being called to go to another state, and she's never been. She's got a friend that moved there and loves it, and she said just all of a sudden she can't stop thinking about it. So she and her husband are planning a trip to check it out to make sure, which is smart. But for some reason her soul was calling her there, which is kind of how they got here. And it's kind of, that's happening for a lot of people. I mean, it's obviously not practical for everybody. But I think if more of us would follow our heart's path, our soul's path, and where we're being called, life might be a little bit more simple, I guess. So power places, ley lines, where do you feel safe? Where do you feel... Hey. Bubba's. Be nice. Be nice. You see little Riley pants. There's Riley. Bubba's. Oh my gosh. Bubba. What are you doing? Come here. Come lay down. Lay down. What are you doing? Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Mwah. Thank you. That's my Bubba's. That's my Baru. That was a wet one. Be nice. And little Heidi Riley. So be aware. So kind of with this one, it's more about being aware of where you feel comfortable, feeling the energies around you. Where do you feel like you fit in? Where do you feel safe and content? Where do you feel drawn to? This is more on the lines of space, areas, places. So, like I've said probably a few times in my videos, like where I work, Fountain Hills is a very interesting, powerful space. Energetically, I call it Sedona South. Everyone talks about Sedona, and that's kind of it's kind of losing its draw. And there's a big hummingbird staring at me, just to kind of confirm that. It's starting. The energy is being. The word is pillaged. They just said the energy is being pillaged there. So it's pulling itself in. So like when we protect ourselves and we pull our energy in so people can't steal our energy, what's being shown is that Sedona is doing the same thing. All the energy that it was putting out, people are not necessarily using for the right reasons, or honoring it, honoring the earth energy, honoring the earth. So it's pulling itself in. It's pulling its energy back. So it's gone kind of quiet. Whereas Fountain Hills is a healing space. So there's so much to it. Maybe I should do no, note to self, I should do a video on that, what I've been shown there. But it's about being aware of where you're drawn to, even if it's just a visit, if it's a place to vacation, if it's something you want to see videos or read books about. You know, pay attention to that. Could it be past life stuff? Could it be just fascination, interest, history? Or is it somewhere that your soul needs to connect to pick up these little pieces of puzzle that bring us to complete who we truly are? Also, for someone that talks about ley lines, is Jake Angeli, better known as QAnon Shaman. He knows a lot about that. He's studied, I think he's been places. He still has a Rumble page as Yellow Stone Wolf. Look, watch out, Bubbas. Almost got the camera. Oh. So Yellow Stone Wolf on Rumble, if you're watching me on Rumble. I'll put the link in. But he's also now has another page since he's reemerged, we'll say. Since his little butterfly is flying now. Now it's for, oh gosh, what is it? Forbidden Secrets, I think. I'll put the links in. But he discusses a lot with the ley lines, and for example, all capitals, most major government entities are built on super powerful ley lines, and I'll let him explain more of the meaning behind that. But there's a purpose, not necessarily a good one when it comes to government. So think about that. Think about places you've been drawn to, the power of the energy of the land, and what was the connection if you went there. You know, if you did vacation somewhere, if you moved somewhere. Like I moved out here thinking I wanted to be in Vegas because of the energy there, and because I didn't know much about here, but as soon as I got here, this is home. This is where I'm meant to be. So I'll venture out, but I still, after 27 years, still have no desire to venture for long periods of time anywhere. So think about that. Think about that. Make a little list and try to figure out what the purpose was, or write it down and tune in and see where your mind takes you. See where the feelings take you. See where your soul guides you, and to the reason why, to why you're drawn there. Okay? See what you come up with. Have fun. Have a beautiful, adventurous week.